Yes, respected youngsters, welcome. Salutations to you, gratitudes to you, congratulations to you. And the Vinati Sankalpa suggestion to you not to miss these classes, which are the givers of Jnanam according to our Shastras. Even though 100% knowledge we are not able to grasp now, but we have made a healthy beginning. If you are really listening from few days or months, by now you might be must be understanding how glorious are our Shastras, how important is the knowledge that is being given here. We may not offer to you any objects, any naukri jobs, the sthula things, but to live life beautifully, to make life beautifully, to fulfill the life beautifully, whatever the understanding knowledge is required, that is what is being shared through the Shastras. So if this is convincing to you, make a commitment, take a decision throughout life, never to miss these satsangas, come what may. This is a suggestion to you, and also prayers to the Lord, the Infinite, that may He bless both we, speaker and the listener, that we are committed and continue at any and every end cost in doing these beautiful Shastra Adhenams. May our life, in fact, be fulfilled in the efforts of these things, right? Now, like every day, today also we have 7 things to do and achieve. First one is common sense thought. Second is sankalpa. Third one is sahanavatu. Fourth one is Vedic chanting mantra. Fifth one is Bhagavad Gita. Sixth one is our Taittiriya Upanishad study. The last one is our Sundara Kanda from Tulsi Ramayana. Right? So the first one, in the common sense thought, quickly I'll tell you 7 steps or 7 things to be healthy. First and foremost is first be a person of identity. Like in me, for my spiritual journey, the identity is that I am the sadhaka of the Paramatma Prapti. Because only after the identity that we are reminded of what to do, what to achieve. So I am sadhaka, then only my goal is Paramatma, and then I have to do the Adhyatmic sadhana. Isn't it? An identity, like a driver. He is identified as a driver, therefore he is driving the car. A politician, he identifies that he is a politician, therefore he thinks for the betterment of the country. An officer in office, I am an officer, he knows it, therefore he does the work. A prime minister, he knows I am the prime minister of this nation, so these are the things to be done. And now, identity is important in life. Maintain. In you, what is your identity? Identity related to the goal. For me, the identity is Paramatma is my goal. Therefore, spiritual sadhaka is my identity. All through the day, I maintain it. You also, depending on your goal of life, maintain that identity. Student है तो identity रखो student का. Already employed है वो वाला identity रखो. है ना? And the thing is, never ever it is to be forgotten even for a moment. Because when we forget our identity, then the goal, that identity and goal related responsibilities we forget. Then all the other nonsense enters our head, never to go away again. Keeping that in mind, identity. मैं साधक हूँ, ये मेरे लिए आइडेंटिटी है. ठीक है. योर आइडेंटिटी इज डिपेंडिंग ऑन योर गोल. डॉक्टर, लॉयर, इंजीनियर, आपको जो भी बनना है. फर्स्ट पॉइंट आई हैव शेयर्ड विथ यू क्विकली. नारायण कहाँ गए? The second one is what? Ki remember, life में whichever the goal we have to reach with our identity, tremendous amount of energy is required, lot of time is required. Especially people like us, आध्यात्मिक साधना के लिए, क्योंकि it's a very inner, deeper journey, no? At the level of intellect and in beyond. बहुत सारा उसके लिए ताकत, शक्ति, एनर्जी की चाहिए होती. And also, I need the time. टाइम तो उतना ही होता है. जस्ट बिकॉज आई बिकेम ज़्यादा का, भगवान विल नॉट गिव मी एक्स्ट्रा टाइम. चल 2 घंटा और ज़्यादा ले, सबके लिए 24 घंटे, तुम्हारे लिए 26 घंटे. ऐसा होता है क्या? It won't happen. Same time to you and me and to every being here, every human being. Then what key? When we realize that we need lot of time, lot of energy to pursue our goal, one intelligent thing we have to do. Or if we do, we are called as intelligent. Or we are Bewakuf. What is it? No. In our everyday schedule, apart from other than what we are supposed to do as duty or our own professional work, there are many things in which we involve which are not required, which just consume so much of our time and energy, with which we can do away with little of sacrifice, little of maturity. What are those things? You list them out. कौन से बेकार वाले चीज़ है जिसमें मैं इन्वॉल्व होके मेरा टाइम और मेरा समय एनर्जी को बर्बाद कर रहा हूँ. I tell you, you will feel bad. Nobody should tell you. Why should anybody tell? दिमाग खुद का है ना, खुद सोच लो. Which are the things? List out करो. There can be unnecessary sentimental involvements, unnecessary obligational involvements, isn't it? Unnecessary so-called duty involvements. More than these, on the name of entertainment, in so many nonsenses we involve. Same routine. They are consuming time and energy. And some of us waste time also in the unwanted excessive nidra or sleep. इनमें से हमको इंटेलिजेंटली अपना टाइम और एनर्जी को कंजर्व करना है, बचाना है. ये है सेकंड थॉट, कंजर्विंग टाइम एंड एनर्जी बाय अवॉइडिंग द अवॉइडेबल थिंग्स व्हिच कैन बी डन अवे विथ, विदाउट व्हिच वी कैन बी. अब कुछ चीजें हैं छोड़ पूरा नहीं सकते हैं, कम तो कर सकते हो ना. Isn't it? Like you can't leave the cell phone. तो instead of 1 hour, you see half an hour तो बच गया ना, उतना एनर्जी भी बच गया. टीवी और कंप्यूटर 1 hour ऐसी 30-40 मिनट्स देखो, 20 मिनट तो बच गया ना. You and as intelligent youngsters, slowly, little by little only we have to achieve these things. Second point, it is this one. Okay, what is it? Conserving our time and energy by avoiding the avoidable things. So many of the many things of wasting time with your so called friends and all, बहुत सारा होता है जिंदगी में. देयर इज नो वे, बिकॉज टाइम तो उतना ही है. एक दिन में 24 घंटे ही है. अब इतनी चीज़ों में व्यर्थ करते हो सब व्यस्त, देन वेयर विल यू हैव टाइम, वेयर डू यू हैव एनर्जी? Whenever I am not interested in my career related works, the point is my mind is tired. I am not able to understand means my intellect is tired. Why? The mind and intellect's energies are wasted through senses in the unwanted so many things. Simple common sense. हो गया दो बातें. थर्ड इज वेरी ब्यूटिफुल. व्हाट इट इज की जितना भी मैक्सिमम समय है ना तुम्हारा, जो गोल लक्ष्य पाने के लिए होता है ना, उसके लिए जो करना है उसमें लगाने का आदत बनाओ. Like when I say my goal is Paramatma, I must know what are the sadhanas I have to do to reach. My Bahya sadhanas, Antaranga sadhanas, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, इन द भक्ति योग, उपासना, पूजा, जप, ये सारा मुझे पता होना है. और 24 घंटे मुझे उसी में रखना है, पूरा 24 घंटे. Those except the 4-5 hours of sleep, maximum. Very essential. This is the way we slowly get a habit of doing the things to be done. And then avoiding the nonsense also. तो ये धीरे धीरे करना पड़ता है. पहले से करना था, somehow nobody told, so we never tried, therefore we are not at all aware of its need, never we know it, never we can do. अब पता चल रहा है ना, अब लगे रहो शुरू अभी से. Conquer 1 by 1 hour, 2 hours, session by session, that these 1 2 hours I'll do only those things which are required to be done for my reaching the goal. Third step is very essential, this one. Okay. Fourth one is और थोड़ा गंभीर है. What is it? Whatever you are supposed to do when you are doing them, na. Fourth one, listen. Deeply you do that. Intensely you do that. By involving in it, you do it. Deep, intense involvement. Otherwise क्या होगा वो? Unregistered हो जाता है, mechanical हो जाता है. When anything you do unregistered and mechanical, you won't do it perfectly, you won't get the joy of it. Like I do my satsanga mechanically, without deeply intensely involving. I won't enjoy, you don't just do justice to this work, and this won't touch your heart. So deeply intensely involve होकर, okay, these 7 things to my children I am telling. Then after that I have to do this chantings classes. So anything I do intensely. ये आदत होना है. It can be when you are eating food, you are watering the plants, you are cooking or helping parents going to the shopping, you are studying, you are, anything it is, deeply intensely involve होकर करने का आदत बनाओ. Single pointedly. जो कर रहे हैं उसी पे मन पूरा रखना. वेरी एसेंशियल वन, देन ओनली यू कैन एंजॉय डूइंग. रसा आस्वादन होता है काम करने का. इवन इफ आर वाचिंग मूवी, पूरा इंटेंसली इन्वॉल्व हो जाओ तभी मजा आता है. डोंट गो ऑन ब्राउजिंग 20 चैनल्स एंड गेट डिस्ट्रैक्टेड. सेल फोन सब साइड पे. ये आधा घंटा आई विल एंजॉय मूवी. एवरी सीन, एवरी डायलॉग, एवरी एक्शन, एवरी स्टोरी. अब उसको कहते हैं सिनेमा का एंजॉय करना. इफ यू लर्न द आर्ट ऑफ एंजॉयिंग मूवी, हाउ मेनी थिंग्स आर देयर इन इट टू लर्न ऑल्सो इन फैक्ट. फोर्थ पॉइंट है, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, इंटेंसली डीपली इन्वॉल्विंग. ओके. नो फिफ्थ एंड सिक्स्थ, वेदर यू लाइक इट और नॉट, मैं तो शेयर करता हूँ. क्या है ना, फिफ्थ वन इज कि वी कैन नेवर टेक आवर सेल्स फॉर ग्रांटेड. देन व्हाट हैपेंस, वी विल बिकम एराटिक in all our performances, etc. Asking for the freedom by any human being is self destruction. We should never be free in our life. Then what? We should be bound. Bound to whom? Select one person in your life. It can be your father, it can be your uncle, your grandfather, any of the gurus or Mahatma Acharya. Two things. One, take guidance from them and exactly do what they say. Second, whatever you are doing, just completely without hiding anything, report to them. A person of guidance, a person to whom we report, if we have in our life, we will never do wrong things in life. Why the youngsters do so much of nonsense? Anybody for that matter, elders me. क्योंकि कोई पूछने वाला नहीं है, किसी को जवाबदारी नहीं है. Then I get that freedom and licentiousness and I do all the nonsense. Now imagine in an office, officer is there, जिनका कहने का काम करना है और जिनको रिपोर्ट करना. दैट इज वाई दिस बंदा इज एबल टू डू द वर्क ऑन टाइम. अब इमेजिन करो कोई ऑफिसर नहीं है जिनसे काम लेनी है और nobody is there to ask him, do you think he will do the work? He will not come on time also to the office. Only 30-31 को आएगा सैलरी लेने को. What's the difference between great achievements in the private sector and losses only in the government sector? Millions of crores are given for the government employees, outcome is zero, very less. प्राइवेट में ऐसा नहीं, क्योंकि जवाबदारी होती है वहां. Exactly what work is done is to be done and they have to report minute by minute. In life, especially for youngsters, all destructive things you do only when you are not answerable to someone. When you are answerable to someone to whom you have surrendered, you will never do wrong. इसलिए एक गुरु होना है, जिनको जिंदा गुरु, नॉट मरा हुआ. उनसे क्या बात कर सकते हो आप जो शरीर में नहीं है? लिविंग पर्सन. Call him as guru or anybody. You tell him, I want guidance from you. He will tell, or he says he will recommend someone and tells us कि ये बंदा है, महाराज आप गाइड करिए. He will recommend your case to someone. Then take guidance from him, report to him. मरते दम तक ये करना है. Otherwise, on the name of freedom, we become slaves to our own mind. The one who takes freedom from others, elders, and becomes slave to the mind, मानो उसका डिस्ट्रैक्शन हो गया बस. Nobody can improve him. On the other hand, become bound to the Guru. He will free you from all your mind's slavery. That you can demand, command, order your mind, intellect to do what you want because you are under the guidance of Guru. ये हो गया most important point number 5. The sixth point is what? Along with Guru, just like the Guru, we have to have the Lord also in our life, whose upasana we do, to whom we do prarthana. For what? To protect us. From where? From this terrible, infinitely powerful, either you call it as Maya or the outer Jagat with its obstructions or our own terrible mind and vasanas. ये ना इतने ताकतवर होते हैं, ताकतवर. उनके सामने हमारा जो संकल्प है, हमारा जो शक्ति है, प्रयत्न है, दिस इज वेरी माइन्यूट एंड very very little. It is insignificant only. Then who is the one whose power when we take these things will be able to manage? It is only the Paramatma. In fact, the controlling the Prakriti, controlling mind, they are all impossible things. Only when we become devotee of the Lord, He blesses us. He sees to is that they are not creating that many obstacles. Especially when we are there on spiritual path. Oh, all the Maya, mind and Prakriti अटैक करके बोलते हैं हमको, अच्छा तुम हमको काम करोगे हमें छोड़कर, यू वांट टू गो फॉर द गॉड, दिखाओ कैसे करोगे तुम. Like yesterday we have seen, today also we'll see Hanumanji. Yesterday the Mainaka Parvatavisa, we'll see Surasa today and Simika also. In that way बेटा अंदर के बाहर के भयंकर शत्रु हमें अटैक करके हराते. Other than the Ishvara Paramatma, nobody can either give us strength or remove those obstacles. That is why throughout our Puranas, hundreds and thousands of stories of great bhaktas who by God's grace have conquered all the problems are given. इसलिए कह रहे मेरे प्यारे लोग, उन सब चीजों को पढ़ो तो तुमको सहारा आसरा मिलेगा of God. Holding on to Him, you can sail through. Sixth one. Okay, quickly I'm going through them. The seventh and last is what? All these things, do wholeheartedly from the heart. हृदय से करना है. What we said earlier that deeply intensely do is doing that work at that time. Like puja kar raha hu. Deeply karna, intensely karna. But the next point which I am saying now, it is from the heart I have to do, and to the heart it has to reach. Like I am intensely expressing my love for you, but it is from my heart. I'm intensely present in giving you these discussions, but I'm doing it from my heart. The more deeply from the heart I do, the more I'll do it better and enjoy and get benefit. Why? Because the ignorance is in the heart, the delusion is in the heart, all negative vasana samskara are in the heart, ego also is in the heart, Paramatma is also in the heart. समझिए सब दिल में होते हैं. तो दिल से जब करने से दिल तक जाकर जो हम अच्छे काम कर रहे हैं वहां की बुराइयों को वो दिल से निकाल देगा permanently. With the fully heart involved, we have to do. In fact, like I said, intensity, doing everything with the heart, heartily. If you eat the food, intensely, deeply, from the heart, you eat the food. If you say, I love you to someone, dil se bolo. Even if you say hate, dil se bolo. If you help somebody, dil se bolo. Because दिल में ही सब कुछ होता है बेटा. From the heart, deeply, from the core. Not superficially. Earlier was mechanically. This is superficially. वहाँ mechanically नहीं करना है, consciously करना है. ये superficially नहीं करना है. From the depth of the heart, we should learn to do it. Anything it is, particularly our studies and our professions, in general, our duties in life. Dil se like Hanumanji. He is intensely, deeply involved with all his faculties in every work, and also he is from the heart. And as regards the Upasana also, our Rama, we have seen, no? Chalayu Harashi, Hiyadhari Raghunatha. Kali हमको मिला ये बात. And then Rama, Bara Bara Raghuvira Samhari, Tarake Pavan Tanaya Balabhari. This also we have seen. Hanumanji doesn't want to take himself for granted, nor overconfident about what's going to be there in Lanka. He wants Bhagavan Rama and his Shakti and Anugrah with him, therefore he invokes his grace. So that's how he takes off. And that is how, when the first obstacle, Mainaka, came, even though it is Satvik one, Hanumanji could respectfully touch it and say, till Ramakara is over, I am not going to take rest. He could conquer that obstacle because the Rama gave that wisdom to him from within, because he remembered the Rama, kept Rama in his heart. Chalo Harishi, Hiyad Hari Raghunatha. So to Bara Bara Raghuvira Samhari. So good example of Hanumanji we are studying nowadays. Therefore, the 7 things are: first, your clear identity. Second, conserve time and energy by avoiding the nonsense. Third, deeply involve in the things to be done throughout the day. Fourth, involve in every isolated thing deeply, intensely. Fifth one, have a guru, guide, mentor whose guidance you take, whom you report to. Sixth one, no day, no moment without praying to the Lord. to put us on the path, protect us from inner outer obstacles. The seventh one is do all these things from the core and depth of the heart. These are the 7 things we wanted to discuss today. So we have done it, Baba. Thank you. Om Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Samasta Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidyacharya Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Namaha Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha Tesham Sarvesham Kripanugrahena Upanishadukta Brahmatmaikya Bodhena Asmin Kshine Eva Moksha Kaivalya Praptyartham Shruti Smriti Purana Ityasa Santavangmayokta साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थम तत्रोक्त ऋषिमुनि गुरु देवता दर्शनानुग्रहणव प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृते सांप्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरु शिष्य भक्त भगवत परंपरा दीनां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां महानुभावानां गुरूणां आचार्याणां श्रेय विलासिनां भक्त शिष्य साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासूनां श्रोतॄणां आश्रमाणां संस्थानां पूर्णायुरारोग्यैश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्य धैर्यवीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूलता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्री राम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रूणां शाश्वत रूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च संपूर्ण रूपेण समग्र रूपेण अस्मिन् क्षणादेव वैदिक संस्कृतेः संप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थं अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां युवानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भक्ति भगवत भक्ति गुरुभक्ति शास्त्र भक्ति सत्संग भक्ति साधना भक्ति सेवा भक्ति माता पितृ भक्ति देश भक्ति धर्म भक्ति सनातन धर्म भक्ति सद्गुण भक्ति आदीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये शांति मंत्र उच्चारणं वेद मंत्र पारायणं श्रीमद् भगवद्गीता सप्तदशोऽध्यायस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं श्री तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः पारायणम् अर्थाविष्करणं तदनन्तरं श्री रामचरितमानस अंतर्गत सुंदरकांड अध्ययन द्वारा हनुमत् लंका यात्रा प्रसंगतः जीवन विजय रहस्यानाम् अवाप्त्यर्थं सुंदरकांडस्यापि पारायणमध्ययनं वयं सर्वे मोक्षार्थं च करिष्यामहे. संकल्प इज डन. स्टार्ट अवर साधना भवतु. ओम 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 सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Vedic chanting today and tomorrow if I do it, I believe हाँ कल हो जाएगा ये वाला मोटा तगड़ा ग्रंथ which we are doing from last around at least 200 days or 150 days. I don't remember when we started. Let me see if I find another book, another Veda mantras I'll take up. नहीं तो और कुछ जैसा भी हो 5-10 मिनट संवेद मंत्र तो करेंगे ही. ओम श्री 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 वेदमात्रे नमः. श्री कृष्णे यजुर्वेदीय तैत्तिरीय ब्राह्मणम् पारायणम् अथ तृतीयाष्टके द्वादश प्रपाठकः अथ एकचत्वारिंशः मंत्रात् आरभ्य. 7 minutes it will take. ओम भूमेरधिविष्टिताः पृथिवीमनुसर्वास्ता उच्यते मानुषगं सेद यच्च स्त्रियः पागं सव ऊषासिकता शर्करा अश्मानो वीरुध ओषधीर्वनस्पतयो ग्राम्या ये द्विपादो यावदाञ्जनं यावत् कृष्णाय सगं लोहाय सगं सीसगं हिरण्यगं सुवर्णगं हरितम् 18. ओम सर्वादिशो दिक्षो यच्छान्तर्भूतं प्रतिष्ठितं सर्वास्ता इष्टकाः कृत्वा उपकामदुघादधे तेनर्षिणा तेन ब्रह्मणा तया देवतयाङ्गिरस्वध्रुवासीत् अन्तरिक्षं च केवलं यच्चास्मिन्नन्तराहितं सर्वास्ताः Antarikshasya Antarikshaschayaha prajaha Gandharvapsarasaschaye Sarvastaha Sarvanudharan Sarilana Antarikshe Pratishthitan Sarvastaha Sarvanudharan Sarilan Stavaraha Roshyaश्चये Sarvastaha Sarvandhunigam Sarvan Dhagamsan Himo Yaccha Shiyate Sarvastaha Sarvan Marichin Vidatan Niharo Yaccha Shiyate Sarvastaha Sarva Vidyuta Sarvan Sanayitnona Raduniryacha Shiyate Sarvastaha Sarvasravanti Saritah Sarvamapsu Charayanchayat Sarvastaha Yashchakopya Yashcha Nadya Samudriyaah Yashcha Vaishanti Ruta Prasachiryaah Sarvastaha Ye Chottishtanti Jimutaah Yashcha Varshanti Vrashtayah Sarvastaha Taphasteja Akasham Yachakashe Pratishthitam Sarvastaha Vayum Vayagamsi Sarvani Antariksha Charanchayata Sarvastaha Agnigam Suryan Chandram Mitram Varunam Bhagam Sarvastaha Satyaga Shraddhanta Bodhamam Nama Rupancha Bhutanam Sarvasta Ishtakaha Krutva Upakamadugha तेनर्षिणा तेन ब्रह्मणा तया देवतयांगिरस्वध्रुवा सीद प्रजाहीमो यच्च शीयते सर्वास्ता सर्वाणि ब्रह्मणैकञ्च दिशोऽन्तरिक्षमान्तरिक्ष्य उदारानुदारान् धुनिं मरीचीन विद्युतस्रवन्तीर्याश्च ये च तपो वायुमग्निगं सत्यं पञ्चदश सर्वान् दिवगं सर्वान् देवान् दिवे यच्चान्तर्भूतं प्रतिष्ठितं सर्वास्ता इष्टकाः कृत्वा उपकामदुघा दधे तेनर्षिणा तेन ब्रह्मणा तया देवतयांगिरस्वध्रुवासीद यावतीस्तारकाः सर्वाः विततारोचने दिवि सर्वास्ताः रुचो यजोगं शिसामानि अथर्वाङ्गिरसश्चये सर्वास्ताः इतिहासपुराणञ्च सर्वदेवजनाश्चये सर्वास्ताः ये च लोकाः अन्तर्भूतं प्रतिष्ठितं सर्वास्ताः यच्च ब्रह्म ब्रह्म अन्तर्ब्रह्मन् प्रतिष्ठितं सर्वास्ताः अहोरात्राणि सर्वाणि अर्धमासागश्च केवलान् सर्वास्ताः सर्वान् ऋतून् सर्वान् मासान् संवत्सरं च केवलं सर्वास्ताः सर्वं भूतगं सर्वं भव्यं यच्चातोऽधिभविष्यते सर्वास्ता इष्टकाः कृत्वा उपकामदुघा दधे तेनर्षिणा तेन ब्रह्मणा तया देवतयांगिरस्व ध्रुवासीद् सामानि ब्रह्मन् प्रतिष्ठितं कृत्वा त्रीणि च दिवन्तारकारु च इतिहास पुराणं च ये च यच्चाहोरात्रान् ऋतून् भूतन्नव ओम शांति 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 व्हाट ए ब्यूटीफुल टेक्स्ट बेटा कल खत्म हो जाएगा हमारा ये वाला चैंटिंग थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर योर पेशेंट लिसनिंग it's a good exercise. I though enjoyed first time in my life. I'll find some other Vedic chanting mantras. Plenty are there. If I get it, we'll do that. Just listening to Veda mantra itself is a great joy. Let all the Veda rishis, our ancestor rishis, all of them, to whom we belong, we all have our gotra. To some or the other rishi we belong. Let all of them bless us with the wisdom in our intellect, so that we live a noble, useful, beautiful, fruitful, joyful, cheerful, blissful, successful life for ourselves and the world at large. Right? Now come to Bhagavad Gita. The topic is 17th chapter, Shraddha Vibhag Yoga. As the Vasana, so the Chitta. As the Chitta, so is our Shraddha. As the Shraddha, so we are. As we are, so our performance. As the performance, we achieve. Therefore, the Shraddha is of 3 times Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. Consciously, deliberately avoid Rajasic, Tamasic, which are our habits from many lives because we never knew. Now the consciously Sattvika, Shraddha we have to develop in every of the things that we do. Right now, Bhagavan is talking about four things. One is ahara, second is yajna, third is tapaha, fourth is dhanam. They anyway ought to be done, but they also can be done depending on three gunas in three ways. Two are negative to be avoided, one is positive to be practiced. So, in the topic right now about the ahara, we are saying in that person with sattvic shraddha, which ahara he likes in turn, when that food is taken, that person becomes sattvika, and with which his antakarana will be. When that food is consumed, whole person always remains of rasic, but that's a giver of dukkha. So too, the tamasic shraddhavala will like this food. When he eats that food, his buddhi will be tamasika, then he'll only do the wrong things, only to suffer in life. So Satvik we have seen, Rajasik also concluded yesterday, only the Tamasic we have to understand today. That much only we'll study. The first sloka ek bar, second one do bar, and the third one four times we chant, and let's see the meaning of it. Tomorrow we'll see Yajnas three times Saturaj Tamasik, then Danas three times Saturaj Tamasik, Tapasya also three times. So when we have all this awareness and knowledge gained from the study of Shastras, then accordingly when we change ourselves, we are evolving, we are developing, we are growing, we are really achieving, we are becoming useful person to the world. Let us start. Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita अथ सप्तदशोऽध्यायः श्रद्धात्रयविभागयोगः अष्टम नवम दशमौ श्लोकौ दशमाः श्लोकाः श्रीभगवानुवाच 8 and 9 one time, 10th 4 times. 8th sloka. आयुः सत्त्वबलारोग्य सुखप्रीतिविवर्धनाः रस्याः स्निग्धाः स्थिराः हृद्याः आहाराः सात्विकप्रियाः. 9th. कट्वं ललवणात्युष्णः तीक्ष्णरूक्षविदाहिनः आहाराः राजसस्येष्टाः दुःखशोकामयप्रदाः. Now the 10th one 3 times, 4 times. यातयामं गतरसं यातयामं गतरसं यातयामं गतरसं यातयामं गतरसं पूतिपर्युषितं च यत् 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 उच्छिष्टमपि चामेध्यम् उच्छिष्टमपि चामेध्यम् उच्छिष्टमपि चामेध्यम् उच्छिष्टमपि चामेध्यम् उच्छिष्टमपि चामेध्यम् भोजनं तामसप्रियं भोजनं तामसप्रियं भोजनं तामसप्रियं भोजनं तामसप्रियं. 2 times together. Shri Bhagavanuvaच यातयामं गतरसं भूतिपर्युषितं च यत् उच्छिष्टमपि चामेध्यं भोजनं तामसप्रियम्. Again, यातयामं गतरसं भूतिपर्युषितं च यत् उच्छिष्टमपि चामेध्यं भोजनं तामसप्रियम्. फ्रेंड्स, थोड़ा इम्पोर्टेंट है, वैल्यू इंपॉर्टेंस देना, ध्यान से समझना. Okay, don't be a cause of your own destruction by yourself. And we destroy ourselves in so many things. All of them start with our first thing called as food only. It's a question of maturity in understanding. It's a question of maturity in our effort and changing ourselves from the non-positive to positive. This don't give the option to yourself. Don't give excuses to yourself. Don't keep on justifying. दिमाग जस्टिफाई होने के लिए नहीं होता, करने के लिए नहीं होता, सही बात को समझने के लिए होता है, सही काम करने के लिए होता है. बुद्धि बेटा सही यूज करो उसको. And in this world, nobody will be there as a friend to you or required as a friend to you if you can achieve this feat. And then, conversely, you don't need any outer enemy. You are enough to destroy yourself. Start with the food. Slowly reduce the Rajasic, Tamasic food, keep on increasing, taking only the Sattvic food. ये आपकी मर्जी है बेटा, कहना तो मेरा बात हो गया. Okay? Food makes the grossest part of the food goes out as fecal matter. The subtle part of the food becomes the entire physical body with all its muscles, nerve, blood, all of that. It's all प्रभु की कृपा. ऐसा कैसा बनता है वो जो हम खाना खाते हैं. That only becomes the blood, bone marrow, vessel, tissues, all of that. Then the subtlemost matter becomes of the food our own mind in its quality. So if the food is sattvic, the mind becomes sattvic. Food is rajasic, mind becomes rajasic. Food is tamasic, the mind tamasic, and our mind is when rajasic, tamasic, sattvic. That type of activities we do, and that's what it gives the result. Sattvic karma is good for you and the world. Rajasic and tamasic both are destructive for us and also the world. Ahara shuddhau sattva shuddhi. Ahara ashuddhau sattva ashuddhi. Seriously ले लेना. कोई भी ऐसे गीता का ज्ञान हम ले रहे सुन रहे सबको जितना सीरियस सिंसियर लेके इम्प्लीमेंट करोगे उतना एक तरह तो डेवलपमेंट होता रहता है. सेकंड साइड द गुरु परंपरा, द व्यास भगवान, गीता माता, लॉर्ड कृष्णा who are eternal there, we are observing everyone, they will see us and they will have special blessings for us. मानो इस बात को, मैं तो मानता हूँ बाबा. Okay, now what was the सात्विक आहार? रस्या स्निग्धा स्थिरा हृदया. It should give pleasure to मतलब joy to the hridaya कि मैंने अच्छा खाना खाया. Stira, it should stay in the stomach for some time. So little good food like rice and dal, roti, etc. Then snigdha होना चाहिए वो. It is liquid type of that. Rasya is what? It is be again palpable to the palatals of our tongue. So rasyaha snigdha stira hridaya. With that, what should be our aim of consuming the food? Focus is these 7 things. Ayuhu, Sattva, Bala, Arogya, Sukha, Preeti. These are the 6 things should grow when we are eating the food, not get destroyed. And nowadays, luckily, so many people are studying the food and its effects on the body, and how many thousands of dietitians have come and recommending good things. उनमें से एक दो को पकड़ लो आप अपने लिए निश्चय करो. Not at all difficulties, isn't it? And so to say, simple. The fruits and the vegetables and the pulses, some of them, not all, some of them are rasic, tamasic also. है ना, उसके ऊपर हमें ध्यान देना. And one of the secret I explained to yesterday toward the end is what? When you control the quantity, you can to a great extent avoid tamasikata. So sattvic food is discussed. And it develops the ayu, sattva, bala, arogya, sukha, preeti. Ayu, longevity, sattva, the antakarana's sharpness and subtleness, bala, the physical strength, etc. Arogya, immunity develops and no diseases will come. Sukha, there will always be peace in mind. Preeti, there will be a very loving gesture in our heart because of sattvic food. अब कोई बंदा मिर्ची खा के किसी से प्यार से बात कर सकता है क्या? ऐसे एग्जाम्पल. जल रहा है उसको अंदर से, वो बोलेगा चिल्लाएगा चुप बैठ, मैं तो जल रहा हूँ अंदर से करके. Like that. Now second one we saw exhaustively the Rajasika food. First the food weight variety is told. Second its effects. So this Rajasic food is liked by the people who have the Rajasic Shraddha. They eat that, they will be always having the Rajasic Vasana Samskara. And when I know it, the beauty of the knowledge, beta, you can put your effort to change yourselves. That is where the knowledge becomes the most crucial thing which only being can have because he has got the dimag and also the Guru and Shastras to give us that knowledge. अब ये ज्ञान दे रहे हैं, तुम्हारा अंतःकरण ऐसा है तो तुम्हारा वाला ऐसा फूड पसंद होगा. अब वो फूड खाओगे तो तुम्हारा मन फिर वैसा ही बनेगा. बट इवन दो यू हैव दैट अंतःकरण, इवन दो यू like that food, yet you can change your diet. Slowly you can get a habit of sattvic food, then your antakarana becomes sattvic, you start liking it. How many hundreds, thousands of people have given up that tea and coffee and got the help of taking the buttermilk, etc. Example. Tea and coffee rajasic है. and drinks and drugs are the tamasic है. वाटर मिल्क ले लो, थोड़ा सात्विक. आहार की बात हो रही है. So katu, kadwa, amla, the sour, lavana, salty, atiushna, terribly hot, then atiushna, tikshna, very, very, very mirchi wala, rukshaha, that which is very, very dried, etc. Papad vagera, vidahinaha, very spicy things which create variety of burnings inside. Aharaha, rajasasya ishtaha. They are liked by the people whose Shraddha is Rajasik, whose Vasanas are Rajasik. But what they give you? Dukkha, Shoka, Amaya, Pradaha. Pradaha, they are the givers of Dukkha, the misery, Shoka, the sadness, Amaya, the diseases. When the diseases come, you will always have the Dukkha, the regrets and guilts, and the Shoka, the misery also. मैंने ये क्यों खाया करके दुख होता है, और उसका असर में शोक होता है, और उसी का असर में आमय रोग भी होते हैं. The entire stomach and all the inner beings get disturbed because of this type of imbalanced wrong food of rajoguna. तो दो बातें हमने डिस्कस कर दी. इन जनरल द ऑयली फूड, द ऑयल इज तामसिक. स्पाइसी फूड एटसेट्रा, पंजेंट फूड एटसेट्रा, टू मच जो टंग के लिए तीखा विखा होते हैं ना, धीरे धीरे कम करो. Right? Two things are seen. Now we'll study what is tamasika food. 6 durgunas are set in the tamasic food. Means these are the food liked by the people whose antakarana or chitta or shraddha is tamasic. Okay, 6 things. One is what? Yatayamam. Yatayamam means a set of 3 hours is called yatayamam. तो यातायाम मीन्स 3 घंटे के बाद खाना बनने के बाद खाना नहीं खाना है. All the purity, divinity in the food gets destroyed after 3 hours. Within 3 hours, the food has to be eaten. More than 3 hours is the yatayama, khana. It can be anything. Cooked food kept in the refrigerator, etc. 3 घंटे ज़्यादा, even outside लगाया 3 घंटे ज़्यादा, वो यातायामा तामसिक फूड हो गया. Second, gatar rasam. Gatar rasam means again which is dried away, which is tasteless, etc. Gatar rasam वाला फूड कहते हैं उसको. Very dried ones वगैरह. Third one is पूती. You know what is पूती? Putrefied food. उसमें सारे डोसा वगैरह, इडली वगैरह आते हैं. डोसा इडली 2-3 दिन उसको भिगा के करते हैं. ऐसा जरूरत नहीं है. मैं तो ऐसा नहीं करता. I also eat dosa idli. I make 6 to 8, 7 hours I put it. Then it won't become so much putrefied to create tamaguna of nidra. Otherwise, technically, a solid created by Madrasi, a perfect dosa is that उसको आधा खाते ही तुमको नींद आना चाहिए. That is the ideal dosa. Because it is so putrefied, so much it is almost like a intoxicant only. इसलिए जो बंदी डोसा खाते हैं, ज्यादा खाते नींद आती है. अगर ऐसा करके, क्योंकि उसको प्यूट्रीफाई करके उसको ना सावर वगैरह बनाते हैं. एंड ऑल दोज ड्रिंक्स, लिक्कर्स जो ग्रेप से बनने वाले, वो कहो वाइन वगैरह, ऑल ऑफ देम आर पूती. 3 दिन 4 दिन पानी में भिगो के उसको सारा ऐसे बनाते. दैट्स व्हाट गिव्स नशा. That was give the laziness, lethargy, etc. So for पूती means putrefied food. जो 3-4 दिन पानी में लगा के या भिगो के या ऐसा करते ना. Even other fermented, let us say in English, too much fermentation is not allowed. Actually, it's not allowed only. It is a tamasic food. पूती is the third rain. Fourth is परिउषितम. परिउषितम मतलब कल रात को बनाया हुआ खाना. If you make a food evening at 7 o'clock, eat it by 8, 8:30, कुछ बचा है तो give it to the dogs, etc. Finish it off. Don't eat yesterday's food today. It is a tamasic हो गया. So yatayamam after 3 hours. Gatarasam, very dry and tasteless, etc. Puti, the one which is putrefied, fermented. Pariushitam, which was made yesterday. 3-3, 4-4 दिन बना के फ्रिज में डेली गर्म करते लोग. It's all तामसिक हो गया. Pariushitam, fourth one. Fifth one is उच्छिष्टम. झूठा खाना, स्वयं का या किसी का भी झूठा. किसी का झूठा तो वो खाते हैं, स्वयं का मीन्स खाया, थोड़ा छोड़ दी और उसको फिर से रख ली फ्रिज में, कल लेकर खाया, उसको उच्छिष्ट कहते हैं, झूठा वाला, दैट्स कॉल्ड तामसिक. The last one, amedhyam. Amedhyam is which is not worthy of offering to the god. And that which is not worthy of offering to the god food is the unclean food in these, all those liquor type of liquids and non-veg type of solids come. All of that is called amedhya bhojanam. Non-veg पूरा अमेध्य में आता है. And that's why जो eat the non-veg, उनका दिमाग बहुत कम करता है काम. Or that way they eat with lot of spices, then they become rajoguni. That's why they easily become terrorists and they kill others. Now why these all Muslims become terrorists easily? Because they eat non-veg and lot of spice. Non-veg के कारण दिमाग काम नहीं करता, therefore they don't value the life of other beings, whether they are animals or the human beings, and because of rajoguna they are ready to kill them with all aggression. Very rare you can see in the crores and crores of Muslims that are there, that who are absolutely vegetarian and sattvic wale. होते होंगे exception. And that's why their thinking also is like that always. मारो पीटो काटो ऐसा ही होता है. And the bhoga pravritti. Addictions to so many things. You just see. I'm just telling an example only to say, not that हिंदू में ऐसे नहीं है. हमारे भी बहुत सारे हैं जो लोग हैं शूद्र आदियों में योनि में रहते हैं. They will only eat non-veg and all. बिना नॉनवेज का उनका खाना जाता ही नहीं. एंड दैट इज व्हाई देयर ब्रेन बिकम्स इनसेंसिटिव, सो दे डोंट रेस्पेक्ट और वैल्यू एनीबॉडी, दे आर केयरलेस. और उसको साथ थोड़ा रजस भी जुड़ गया एंड देन दे बिकम टेरेबली क्रिमिनल बिकॉज ऑफ द अमेध्य भोजन. मैं तो इन सब में पहला ये बात आपको रिकमेंड करता हूँ, दिस वेरी मोमेंट बस स्टॉप ईटिंग नॉनवेज, दैट्स इट, रुथलेस, डोंट आस्क क्वेश्चन व्हाई एंड हाउ, बस. इम्पॉसिबल नहीं है तो मैं हूँ, आई वांट टू, आई नेवर टच्ड इट थ्रू आउट लाइफ. जी सकते हैं नारायण, अमेध्य भोजन नहीं खाना, यह तमोगुण में आता है. So fruits and vegetables and simple things come in sattvic food. Terrible spicy and all too much pungent and all have come the rajasic food. Very intoxicating, putrefied, non-veg etc. come in the tamasic type of food. दालों में भी कुछ सात्विक कुछ राजसिक तामसिक होते हैं. चावल ऑलवेज तामसिक, याद रखना. चावल इज तामसिक फूड. इट हैज गॉट अल्कोहल इन इट, दैट्स व्हाई ईट ज्यादा खाना चावल, आराम से नींद आता है तुमको. दोपहर में जम के चावल खाओ, बहुत नींद आती. And depending on that, if you work also, it may get digested. And any food eaten more is tamasic. Even सात्विक फूड ज्यादा खाओ वो तामसिक होता है. तो change the diet, change your whole lifestyle. Never get misguided by your own mind or anybody. Don't eat for the sake of taste. Eat for the sake of health of the body and health and active and dynamism of the mind. Be wise, please. So in this way, 3 types of Shraddha and 3 types of food likings, and those 3 types of food eaten, the personality becomes like that, then the Vyavahara behavior will be like that now. तामसिक तो पूरा अवॉइड करो, राजसिक को कम करते जाओ, सात्विक को बढ़ाते जाओ, बस. Remember, even cinema also can be sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. You understood? A place where you go also can be sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. A temple is sattvic, a playground is rajasic, and the drinking booths, they are all tamasic. भोग जगह होते हैं, स्थल, एवरीथिंग, ट्रीज आल्सो आर देयर, सात्विक राजसिक तामसिक. तुलसी आदि दे आर सात्विक, आम वगैरह ट्री होते हैं राजसिक होते हैं, एक कैक्टस एंड चुई ये सब तामसिक होते हैं. पशुओं भी सात्विक राजसिक तामसिक, और काउज एंड ऑल दे आर सात्विक, द टाइगर्स एंड ऑल ऑफ देम राजसिक, एंड दिस बफेलो दे आर ऑल तामसिक. हर एक में है 3. तो हमने आज भोजन का देखा, कल से हम यज्ञ का देखेंगे. इट विल टेक 2 or 3 days बिकॉज 3 श्लोकास आर देयर. सात्विक यज्ञ, राजसिक यज्ञ, तामसिक. जल्दी करना है तो जल्दी करेंगे. थैंक यू. ओम शांति शांति शांति. गीता इज डन. नाउ द उपनिषद, तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद. So yesterday we have seen 2 things. One, Om is Paramatma who has come out of the Vedas or from whom the Vedas came. First, we have prayed to the Omkar Paramatma for the Medas so that we gain Brahma Jnana. Second, we have prayed to the Omkara to send us all types of wealth. Wealth, name and fame, cattle, vagera, including the brahmachari, etc. to serve. For what? Through all of them, we want to do various yajna and upasana with which our antakarna becomes shuddha. With that, what jnanam we got of the Upanishad, we practice it and we experience Paramatma. ये दो बातें हो गए अभी तक. In today's portion, what we see is व्याहृतिस. ओके, भूर भुव स्वः, ये तीन व्याहृति है. Vyahruti means, to be precise for you, the familiar things to you and I of the Triputi. In everything there are three. ये तीनों को यहाँ symbolically व्याहृति मानो. Triputi. Like I am speaking. So I am the speaker, you are the one to whom I am speaking, spoken you are, and the speech. So I am looking at that wall. So wall is seen, I am the seer, the action of seeing is going on. Isn't it? A food, it's a consumable food eaten, and I am the eater and the action of eating. Sound, it is heard, object of listening, and I am the hearer and I am hearing or listening. है ना? तीन चीजें होते हैं, ज्ञाता ज्ञानम ज्ञेयम, दृष्टा दर्शनम दृश्यम, वक्ता वचनम, and to whom I am speaking. So to the tongue, the tasted food, taste, and I am the taster. Taster, tasting, and tasted. Place, the place. I am the goer, and this is going, and the place of going. ये तीनों को व्याहृति कहते हैं. Everybody knows it. So bhurбhuva swah iti va etaha tisro vyahritaya. Now, everybody were familiarly living in this. There was some Rishi, son of the Mahachamasya. His name is Mahachamasya. We just contemplated, यार ये तीनों चीजें आ रहे जा रहे हैं, तो तीन जब भी होते हैं एक दूसरे से अलग, they have to have something support substratum other than these three. He inquired on that, he caught it. Just like in our Mandukya Upanishad. The waking, dream and deep sleep. Coming and going, coming and going. Are on what substratum they are coming and going? That should be other than the three. Therefore, there in the Taittiriya Mandukya, we have found the Turiyatma. Same thing here. Other than these three Vyahrutis, the fourth one was contemplated and understood by that Mahachamasya Rishi. So, if I am a seer, and there is a seeing going on and the seen object is there, who is the one who is supporting all the three? There should be somebody fourth. Because it is discovered by that Mahachamasya Rishi, it is called as Maha. So Bhur are the three Vyahrutis, specially discovered by the Mahachamasya Rishi is Maha. On his further inquiry, what he came to know is that Maha alone is reality, the Brahman. Mahan alone is the Atma. Then the earlier wale jo teen the Bhurvasva, in which we were familiar, they are only the Anga of this one. Is only part of this one. Only the helping things of that main one. Only the expressions of that one. Only the superimposed on that, the fourth one. So the familiar in the three, discard the four, discard the fourth substratum. He understood on that four, only these three are superimposed. Then he went on doing the upasana of that, seeing everywhere in the world, 3, to support the fourth one. What upasana to do? To shift our attention from the familiar three and to the substratum fourth, that is the whole portion. So, Bhurvasuru itivayata tisro vyahritaya tasa muhasmaitam chaturtim. Fourth one, महाचमस्य प्रवेदयते. महाचमस्य जी ने पता कर लिया, महा इति उन्होंने उसको नाम दिया महा, वही ब्रह्म है तथा आत्मा, वही उपनिषद में बताने वाला ब्रह्म है, वही आत्मा है. What about the other things? अन्याः अंगानि, अंगानि अन्या देवताः. Now he is doing the abhyasa sadhana. First set. Bhuriti yam lokaha. This loka is bhu named vyahrati. Bhuva iti antariksham. The intermediate world is called bhuva, the second vyahrati. Suva riti asau lokaha. Then suva iti, the third one, the swarga loka. Then maha iti aditya. Supporting all these three is the aditya loka, which is called as maha. He started practicing. Then his drushti is more and more on Maharupya Aditya. Then the other three are a part of it, expression of this. Like that we have done earlier also the what upasana we have done in the beginning. Shuru mein Adhikarana Upasana we have done. Sandhi Upasana we have done 5. Here also the Vyahriti Upasana it's called as. It's very sublime. When you do it, you will have the different vision of the whole world. World is not what we see now. We are seeing with our gross eyes and with the other dimag. But when the intellect gets opened up, the vision of the world totally changes. No, I will not touch on the topic elaborately. When some time comes, we will do that. So up to this today we will see. Mahaiti Aditya. Why do you say that? Aditya Navava Sarve Loka Mahiyante. ये भूर्भुव स्वतीन लोक सूर्य भगवान के कारण ही है, इसलिए इज द माता महा इज द सबस्ट्रेटम. दिस उपासना वी हैव टू डू. इन द सेम वे पूरिति वा अग्नि भुवरिति वायु. टुमारो वी आर गोइंग टू सी. 3 व्याहृतियां क्या है, उसका अधिष्ठान महा क्या है. इस एन उपासना. Like you take Salagram, say it's Vishnu. You say Vishwalinga, you say it's Lord Shiva. You take a Spatika and you say it's Ganapati or Mata Rani. So through that abhyasa, our antakarana changes to be habituated to see the God. In the same way, our goal is to reach to the 4th substratum. The various upasanas help us to shift our attention from the familiar 3 to the unfamiliar, but the reality the 4th. That's the idea. Thank you. ओम व्याहृति उपासनम. ओम भूर्भुवस्सु भरितिवा एतास्तिस्रो व्याहृतयः. भूर्भुवस्सु भरितिवा एतास्तिस्रो व्याहृतयः. तासामुहस्मैतां चतुर्थीं. तासामुहस्मैतां चतुर्थीं. माहाचमस्य प्रवेदयते. माहाचमस्य प्रवेदयते. मह इति तद्ब्रह्म तद्ब्रह्म स आत्मा अंगान्यन्या देवताः. अंगान्यन्या देवताः. भोरिति वा अयं लोकः. भोरिति वा अयं लोकः. भुवैत्यन्तरिक्षं. भुवैत्यन्तरिक्षं. सुवरित्यसौ लोकः. सुवरित्यसौ लोकः. मह इत्यादित्यः. मह इत्यादित्यः. आदित्येन वाव सर्वे लोका महीयन्ते. आदित्येन वाव सर्वे लोका महीयन्ते. I am never telling you beginning even more than 1%. कोई पूछो तो बोला नहीं स्वामी जी हमको बताया नहीं है. मेरे को बताया, बट आई नीड टू टेक टाइम. इट इज अ वेरी डीप सब्जेक्ट टू एक्सप्लेन. तो फिलहाल जरूरत नहीं है. बट भाई क्यों पढ़ा रहे हो आप? ये उपनिषद मंत्र है, अब इसे चैंट करें. लेट द सीड्स बी सोन. एज यू ग्रो एंड मैच्योर, दैट टाइम यू विल टेक अप द स्टडी ऑफ दिस अंडर द गाइडेंस ऑफ द गुरु विद दैट आशा. Because I know only through Upanishad study do you realize the self Paramatma, then only get the moksha. Not by become prime minister, chief minister, or president, or by earning a crore rupee, or becoming anybody. You will never get moksha. ये मेरे को पक्का है. इसलिए तुमको जीवन में विजय के रहस्य बताते हुए भी अंतिम विजय परमात्मा में है. इसलिए वो परमात्मा को बताने वाले उपनिषद को मैं सीड के रूप में, चैंटिंग के रूप में पढ़ा रहा हूँ. दस आई एम वेरी क्लियर अबाउट व्हाट आई एम डूइंग, व्हाई आई एम डूइंग. And there's no selfishness in me. There's nothing for me in that. It is you who will evolve in your life. Clear? भूर्भुवस्सु वरिति वा एतास्तिस्रो व्याहृतयः. तासामुहस्मैतां चतुर्थीं. माहाचमस्य प्रवेदयते. मह इति तद्ब्रह्म स आत्मा अंगान्यन्या देवताः. भूरिति वा अयं लोकः. भुवैत्यन्तरिक्षं. सुवरित्यसौ लोकः. मह इत्यादित्यः. आदित्येन वाव सर्वे लोका महीयन्ते. कल हम 2 देखेंगे. भूर्भुवस्सु वरिति वा एतास्तिस्रो व्याहृतयः. तासामुहस्मैतां चतुर्थीं. माहाचमस्य प्रवेदयते. मह इति तद्ब्रह्म स आत्मा अंगान्यन्या देवताः. भूरिति वा अयं लोकः. भुवैत्यन्तरिक्षं. सुवरित्यसौ लोकः. मह इत्यादित्यः. आदित्येन वाव सर्वे लोका महीयन्ते. डन. उपनिषद भी हमने पढ़ लिया. आप सुंदर कांड. फर्स्ट ऑब्स्टेकल वाज सात्विक, which was Mainaka Parvata, with a respectful touching and thanks. Hanumanji said, I have to finish Sri Rama's karya. Till that time, I cannot take rest. Thank you. Then what happened? When he was moving in that Hava mein udte hue, then all devatas had sent the mother of the serpent, her name is Surasa, to go and check Hanumanji's buddhi and bala. एक फिजिकल बल होने से काम नहीं चलता, बुद्धि भी होना है. And what is the buddhi? When any unwanted issues come in between, stoop to conquer. रजोगुण के समय ना, like the wife is shouting, husband also if he shouts, घर का टीवी सब टूट जाता है. He should keep quiet. Then she also gets quieted. Or if the husband is shouting, वो भी कहते मैं भी पढ़ी लिखी हूँ, मैं भी लड़ूंगी, then it becomes an entertainment to the neighbors. Stoop to conquer when too much of Rajoguna is coming to us as an enemy. India is doing that. India was in Tamoguna earlier. It was never participating in any international affairs for various funny reasons. The governance was like that. How can India, with a very careful attitude, making friends with a as small country as Poland से लेकर as big as USA. So we don't fight with them, we don't be aggressive, but we are diplomatic, we know how to protect ourselves. Great, all the Panchagnanis are there in our government. The president, the external affairs minister, the defense minister, finance minister, home minister. मजेदार है पांचों पांच. मजेदार मतलब मजेदार. Very rare to find such a great combination of 5 superstars together. All are Desha Bhaktas. All know Sanatana Dharma. All understand humanity. All understand spirituality. All love everyone. All know what is good or positive and what is negative also. All of them are the products of the great organizations like the RSS and VHP, which are not only pure Hindu organization, but they are universal organizations creating patriotism, universal outlook also. टेररिस्ट पैदा नहीं होते वहां से, केवल देशभक्त, धर्मभक्त, विश्व प्रेमी वहां से उत्पन्न होते. तुम्हारे घर के पास कोई है तो ज्वाइन करो. हाँ, they teach you discipline. I am teaching you the lakshya of the life, the inner goal and outer goal through the Shastra. And to discipline your faculties, somewhere you have to hook onto, they are the ones who can help you. Instead of going to all your gym, for your physical exercises and becoming arrogant, etc., along with physical exercise, they give you the mental exercise, intellectual exercise also. Spiritual, I am teaching here. Spiritual, intellectual. So the India's job is that way. So हनुमान जी के सामने सुरसा आई है. Then he very lovingly requested her, I am on Lord Rama's work, I will go find Sita ji and give that information to Rama, then I will come to you, you consume me. She never allowed him to go. Then he said, Acha, you want to eat me? Then he became double the size of her mouth. She became double in the mouth. But he became double. Khao mujhe. In that way, up to 100 yojanas, he became 90 yojana according to Valmiki Ramayana. She opens 100 yojana mouth. Immediately Hanumanji, like a small thing he becomes, enters the mouth and comes out and says, मैं तो तुम्हारे मुंह में पहुंचा, आपने नहीं खाया मुझे, अब मुझे छोड़ो, मैं जा रहा हूं. So that is the meaning is what? We should learn the art of stooping also sometimes to conquer. This Hanumanji does in 2 cases there when he goes to Lanka. One with Vibhishanji. So humble, because of which from Vibhishana he gets all guidance how to search for Sita ji. Second, in front of Ravana also, he respectfully talks in the beginning. You are a Swami. Swami कहकर बुलाते हो रावण को. Because if the problem can be sorted out amicably, why not try it? It's only when Ravana did not listen, he has shown his arrogance and krodha and saying, कोई बंदर आया मुझे सिखाने के लिए गुरु, मिला ही बड़ा, कभी गुरु बढ़गा नहीं, ऐसा कहते हैं. Then Hanumanji invokes his Rajoguna and then he dominates. But before that, he becomes humble only. So that he has started here. Same हम जो 3 गुणों की बात गीता में भी पढ़ रहे हैं, 3 गुणों की बात भी यहाँ भी. Then that Surasa is so happy, you to so intelligent and strong, definitely you will be able to succeed in Rama Karya. So जो खाने को लिए आई है, उनसे आशीर्वाद पाकर हनुमान जी आगे बढ़े. You know, India में जो कश्मीर में 30,000 crores of investment, all the Muslim countries are doing. Those Muslim countries who hate India, no, they are loving India, putting investment in India, not in Pakistan. Because stoop to conquer. Stoop in the sense what? Come to the humanitarian level. Religion is different. It has its own position. वहाँ वो दूसरा वो जगह ही अलग है. You can't mix up the politics and religion. Some places you can do, but not every time. Like in Pakistan, no Pakistani is patriotic. They are intoxicant to their own religion. Therefore, you throw money to them, they take any country's agenda. With the money they run to the Europe countries. Otherwise, why it is सड़ रहा है देश? बढ़ क्यों नहीं रहा? इंडिया में भी ह्यूमन बींग्स है, उधर भी ह्यूमन बींग्स है, तो सबके लिए तो दुनिया वही है. इन इंडिया वी आर ऑल ग्रोइंग. अभी अभी वो भी पहले हम भी वैसे सड़े थे, बिकॉज दे आर ऑल फैनेटिक दैट वे. That is not the right way of human growth. Outside you have to develop in the total universe. पूरा universe अब एक है, सारे देश. So you have to develop that relation with all of them. For that, first thing you have to do is avoid terrorism. There's a terrorism producing factory है वो तो. We have to understand from the world how glorious our India and where we have to protect. तो हनुमान जी भी यहाँ careful है. He did not make a fighting with her. क्योंकि goal is different, no? So India never fights with Ukraine or Russia. Our goal is India should be economically sound, scientifically sound, not to over dominate any of the country. In our seva to the world, if the world recognizes and gives us big seat to sit, we accept it. Now every world in the world, everybody respects Bharat Mata because of our Prime Minister. That is commanded, not demanded, not encroached. Like China or like America, cunningly हम नहीं करते हैं. हम अच्छी तरह सेवा करते हैं. किसी को दिमाग है, वो सेवा को पहचानते हैं, then they respect us. Okay, otherwise never mind. Like I do my classes out of my love to you. Some of you recognize it, acknowledge it, be regular, learn from it. It is your thing. Some of you insult me or dislike. मैं क्या करूँ उसके लिए? I can't be worried about all of that. I am honest in my classes to my youth. Very clear I am. Purpose is clear and the output, my effort also is honest there. हो गया बात. तो हनुमान जी भी राम जी के लिए कार्य के लिए जा रहे हैं. ही कैनॉट क्रिएट ए फाइटिंग विद सुरसायर. नॉट दैट ही कैनॉट, बट इज अ वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम एंड एनर्जी. टाइम एंड एनर्जी आर वेरी प्रेशियस. अभी हमने देखा इन कॉमन सेंस थॉट में भी वी कैनॉट वेस्ट फॉर एनीथिंग. तो ये हुआ सेकंड वाला, ऑब्स्टेकल को कॉन्कर करना, स्टूप एंड कॉन्कर. This is what is the secret of success, that everywhere you need not show your arrogance. When he reaches Lanka, we meet Sita Mata. After that, ताबड़तोड़ सबको मार पीट के तब किया उन्होंने, पूरा वन को खराब करके लंका को ही जला दिया. That's required. Like we do surgical strike to Pakistan. We have stopped sending all aloo etc. to Bangladesh now. We are sending to Italy. सारे सब्जियां धीरे धीरे हम राशन करेंगे वहाँ. Because the people are against India and Hindu. Slowly we will prompt them that there is Hindu country should come out of Bangladesh now. Because 3 crore Hindus है वहाँ. There are some countries of 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs also. 3 crore का एक देश ही बन सकता है. You cannot tolerate to be troubled all the time. Times have changed. Glorious Sanatan Dharma, instead of loving and respecting, which is the mother of all religions, you just trouble us, stupid fellows. That's different thing. That approach will be there at that time. You know, very balanced, very highly matured intellection होना चाहिए. शास्त्र ज्ञान है हमारे पांचों को, इसलिए वो चीज़ों को सही समझ सकते हैं, सही अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं, सही डिसीजन ले सकते हैं. The mistakes are very less. हो सकते हैं एकाध, बट देन जनरली गुड डिसीजन. ठीक है ना. व्हाट इज हनुमान जी का ये तो दूसरा वाला हमने देखा ना. पाठ तो कर किया, कल किया. ओनली एक्सप्लेन आई डू बाई श्लोका. फर्स्ट क्या हुआ कि जात पवन सुत देवन देखा. Devatas have seen when Hanumanji started flying towards Lanka. Then Janai Kahu Bala Buddhi Vishesha. And what is Vishesha Bala and Buddhi Hanumanji has got? They want to know that the Rama has selected him, or is Hanumanji is going to be successful or not, or our effort is or help is required or not. किस विशेष बल बुद्धि हनुमान जी में है कि उनको राम जी ने सौंपा कार्य, एंड कैन ही अचीव और नॉट. Therefore, what they did, Surasa Nama, named Surasa, Ahinakai Mata, the mother of all the serpents, Patanihi. They have sent her. Ai kahi teni bata. She came and stood in front of Hanuman ji. Hanuman ji fly kar rahe hain. She spoke these words to Hanuman ji. What did she say? Aaj suranna mohi deena hara. Thank God, devatas have given me the food to me, that is you. No, in short, Tulsidas ji writes it. In Valmiki Ramayana, it goes for 20, 30, 40, 50 shlokas. यहाँ तुलसीदास का हमेशा जल्दबाजी होती है, जाओ भाग के पहले सीता जी को मिलो, जाओ भाग के पहले राम जी को मिलो, जाओ भाग के रावण को मारो. Therefore, in the avoidable places, he avoids and runs fast. Not much discussion. She came, she says, Devatas gave me the ahara. That means you are my food, I am going to eat. हनुमान जी ने क्या कहा? आज सुरन मोहिदीनी आहारा सुनत वचन कहा पवन कुमार. Pavan Kumar ji heard her words and he replied, what is that? Rama काज करी फिर मैं आवाऊं. I will finish Rama Karya, then I will return. Sita kai sudhi Prabhu hi sunavaऊं. And where is Sita or whereabouts? I'll make Lord Rama listen. सुनाऊंगा. उसके बाद तब तब बदन पैठिया हूं. Then I'll come and enter into your mouth. You can eat me, oh mother. आई मीन्स आकर के. देन सत्य कहा हूं, मैं सत्य बोल रहा हूं. मोहि जाने दे ही माई. तो प्लीज अलो मी टू गो माय डियर मदर. वो सुरसा जो फीमेल, वो सरसों एक रूप में ही आई होगी, पर पहचाने वाले रूप में. ही सेज ए मदर, आई एम टॉकिंग ट्रुथ टू यू, प्लीज अलो मी टू गो. सी the requestful mood and the honest thing of talking, and then respectfully addressing her, the lady there. She might have come to eat me, that is her job, but मैं तो भक्त हूं, मैं तो साधु सज्जन हूं. तो when I look at a woman, she is a mother to me only. Then she wants to eat me. I said, चलो खा लो. If you say that I am the food sent to you by the gods, but I am on Rama's work now, I'll finish it. I'll bring Sita ji samachara, tell it to Rama, I come and enter to your mouth. तब तुम मुझे खा लो. मैं सत्य बोल रहा हूँ, प्लीज मुझे जाने दो. How beautiful, no? तब तब बदन पैठी हूँ आई, सत्य कहूँ मोहि जान दे माई. When he was that much pleading to her, कवने हूँ जतन दे ही नहीं जाना, जाने नहीं दिया. जितना भी he was requesting, then ग्रससी न मोहि कहे हनुमान. हनुमान जी चलो ठीक है, खा लो मुझे. While saying so to her, Jojana Bharite hi Badanu Pasara. 1 yojana big Vadanu apna body, Hanumanji increased. Kapitanu Kina Duguna Vistara. To eat Hanumanji, she opened one mouth of her size. Hanumanji became 2 yojana big. Then Sora Jojana Mukate Tayo. She increased to 16 yojanas her mouth to consume Hanumanji. Torata Pavana Sutta Bhatti Sabayam. Hanumanji became 32 because he can become big in his size. He has got that siddhi. Then जैसे जैसे सुरसा बदनु बढ़ावा, as she was opening her mouth, बदन means mouth. तास दून कभी रूप दिखावा. Hanuman ji was showing his form double and double. सतजोजन तय आनन कीन्हा. She opened 100 yojanas. अति लघु रूप पवन सुत लीन्हा. Small form Hanuman ji took. बदन पैठी. He entered into the mouth. पुनि बाहर आवा. He came outside. मागा विदा ताई सिरनावा. He did the namaskar to her and said, अब मैं चला. I can't discuss with you anymore. Mohi Suranade Lagi Patava, Buddhibala Varamu Thoramai Bava. She says, for what purpose the Devatas have sent me, your intellection and your strength, both of them I have understood. The strength is he could become so big, intelligence is he became small, sorted out and moved ahead. Then she blesses him, Rama Kaju Sab Kari Hahu. You will do every work of the Rama, not only finding Sita ji, but also saving Lakshmana Swami and finishing so many of Rakshasas, finally going and giving news to the Bharata. सारे काम राम जी के हमेशा के लिए तुम करोगे. राम काज सब करी हो, तुम बल बुद्धि निदान, you are about both strength and intelligence. आशीष देई गई so. She blessed him and moved back. तो हर्ष चले हनुमान. Hanuman was very happy that he could not succumb to her. He did not succumb to her. He could succeed her. He could defeat her. He moved ahead. So this is a Rajoguna obstacle. Now comes the Tamoguna, that is Chaya Grahi Simhika. Tomorrow we'll chant that and we'll see that. Okay, chanting अभी कर लेते हैं क्योंकि chanting तो हर दिन कुछ ना कुछ करना है. Then निशिचरी एक सिंधु महुरहई करिमाया नभुके खगगहई जीव जंतु जे गगन उड़ाही जल बिलो की तिन कह परिचाही गहई चासक सोन उड़ाई एहि विधि सदा गगन चरखाई सोई चल हनुमान कह कीन्हा तासु कपटु कपि तुरत ही चीन्हा ताहि मारी मारुत सुत बीरा बारिधि पार गवयउ मति धीरा तहाँ जाई देखी मन शोभा गुंजत चंचरीक मनु लोभा नाना तरु फल फूल सुहाये खग मृग वृंद देखी मन भाये शैल विशाल देखी एक आगे तापर धाई चढ़े उभय त्यागे उमान कछु कपि कह अधिकाई प्रभु प्रताप जो काल ही खाई गिरि पर चढ़ी लंका देहि तेहि देखी कहीं न जाई अति दुर्ग विशेषी अति उतंग जल निधि चहुपासा कनक कोट कर परम प्रकाश अति उतंग जल निधि चहुपासा कनक कोट कर परम प्रकाश. So in these three chandas, beautifully Lanka Varnana, here it is done. And along with the all the Sainya that are there, Hanumanji who sees them. बहुत सुंदर है. कनक कोटि विचित्र मणिकृत सुंदरायतना घन चौहट हट्ट सुभट्ट भीति चारुपुर बहु विधि बना गजबाजिक चर निकर पद चर रथ बरूथ निकोगनई बहुरूप निशिचर जूथ अति बल सेन बरन तनहि बनई बन भाग उपबन वाटिका सर कूप बापी सोहहि नर नाग सुर गंधर्व कन्या रूप मुनि मन मोहहि कहु माल देह विशाल शैल समान अति बल गर्जहि नाना अखारन भिरहि बहुविधि एक एक न तर्जहि करि जतन भट कोटि न बिकट तन नगर चहु दिसि रचहि कहु महिष मानुष धेनु खर अज खल निसाचर भच्चहि एहि लागी तुलसी दास इनकी कथा कछु एक है कहीं रघुबीर सर तीरथ शरीरनि त्यागी गति पै हहि सही पुर रखवारे देखि बहु कपि मन कीन्ह विचार अति लघु रूप धरऊ निसी नगर करऊ पैसार सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. Beautiful. I'll explain all of that. Great story. Thank you. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat Sajjana Shanti Apneyat Shanto Muchid Bandebhya Muktashchani Anvimochet Asto Masatgamya Tamaso Jyotirgamya Mrityorma Amritagamya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachite Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishite Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Paramasubhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matriyam Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu All Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki Geeta Mata ki Jai Ved Vyas Bhagwan ki Jai Shri Shweta Shri याज्ञवल्क्य मैत्रेय महाचमस महाराज की जय. कृष्ण यजुर्वेद तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद की जय. श्री तुलसीदास महाराज की जय. रामचंद्र भगवान की सीता माई की जय. लक्ष्मण स्वामी जी आंजनेय स्वामी की जय. श्री रामचरितमानस महाशास्त्र की जय. पवन सुत हनुमान की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतान की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. नमः पार्वती पदे हर महादेव हर सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय राम राम. अम्बे में श्री आदि पराशक्ति माता की जय. समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक मुमुक्षु मुक्त गण की जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की जय. वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृति की जय. अध्यात्म जीवन विधान की जय. समस्त युवा मंडल की जय. थैंक यू बेटा. थैंक यू. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Thanks.